If your PC feels powerful on paper but still suffers from random stutters, delayed input, or audio crackles, there's a good chance you're dealing with high DPC latency. This is one of those problems that's difficult to see directly. Your FPS might look fine, temperatures might be normal, and your hardware might be more than capable. But under the surface, Windows could be introducing tiny delays in how drivers, devices, and interrupts are handled. Those delays add up. They can show up as inconsistent mouse movement, micro-stutters in games, audio pops in recording software, or general system sluggishness during real-time workloads. In today's guide, we're going to focus on power management and interrupt behavior, two areas that heavily influence DPC latency. These aren't risky tweaks or obscure registry hacks. They're practical adjustments designed to make your system more consistent under load. We'll go step by step and explain both why the change matters and how to apply it. Let's start with the foundation.
Step 1. Reveal hidden power plan controls. Windows power plans contain a large number of advanced settings that are hidden by default. Many of them control how aggressively the system enters low power states for storage, USB devices, and the CPU itself. Those behaviors are useful for battery life, but on a desktop system, they can introduce small delays whenever hardware has to wake back up. To access these deeper settings, we'll use a lightweight tool called Power Settings Explorer. This tool simply exposes power options that Windows normally hides from the interface. It doesn't install drivers or modify system files. Download the tool and run it as administrator. Inside the program, you'll see a long list of power parameters. Many will have a checkbox labeled Hidden. When you uncheck that box, the setting becomes visible inside the Windows Power Plan menu. The goal here is to reveal settings related to storage power management, USB power states, CPU performance thresholds, interrupt steering mode if there, allow throttle states. Once these are visible, close the tool. The settings are now accessible directly inside the Windows Power Configuration panel. This step doesn't change anything yet. It simply gives us control over parts of the power plan that affect latency.
Step 2. Stabilize CPU performance behavior. The CPU plays a central role in DPC latency because it handles driver interrupts, hardware communication, and thread scheduling. When Windows aggressively scales CPU clocks or parks cores to save power, those transitions can introduce tiny response delays. In most everyday tasks, this isn't noticeable, but during real-time workloads, it can create instability. To adjust these settings, open Control Panel, then go to Power Options. Next to your active plan, click Change Plan Settings, then Change Advanced Power Settings. Navigate to Processor Power Management. Here are the key adjustments. Set minimum processor state to 100% on desktop systems. Leave maximum processor state at 100% as well. Next, locate Processor Performance Increase Threshold and Processor Performance Decrease Threshold. Setting both to 100 reduces unnecessary frequency changes during moderate workloads. If the core parking options are visible, set minimum cores and maximum cores to 100%. This keeps all CPU cores available and avoids delays caused by parking and unparking cores during load changes. These adjustments do not increase raw performance. Instead, they make CPU behavior predictable, which helps drivers and interrupts execute consistently. On laptops, you may want to apply these changes only while plugged in, since they will increase power consumption.
Step 3. Reduce storage power state transitions. Next, we'll focus on storage. Modern NVMe and SATA controllers frequently enter low power states when idle. While these transitions are quick, they still take time, and that delay can show up during asset streaming,
shader loading, or other disk activity. In the Advanced Power Settings menu, find the Hard Disk section. Set Turn Off Hard Disk After to 0, which means never. If ACHI Link Power Management settings are visible, set them to active rather than adaptive or aggressive power savings. For NVMe systems, look for the latency tolerance entries that were revealed earlier. These values control how quickly the controller can drop into deeper sleep states. Setting the tolerance values to 0 effectively prevents deep idle transitions while the system is active. The goal is not to disable storage efficiency entirely. Instead, we want to prevent the drive from constantly bouncing between active and idle states during gameplay or heavy workloads. That reduces the chance of short I/O stalls that can interrupt frame pacing.
Step 4. Disable USB and peripheral power throttling. Peripheral devices can also contribute to DPC latency, especially input devices like mice, keyboards, and audio interfaces. Windows attempts to conserve power by suspending USB controllers when they appear idle. When a device becomes active again, the controller has to wake up first. This is another situation where a small delay can affect responsiveness. In the power plan settings, find the USB settings category. Disable USB selective suspend. If available, set USB 3 link power management to off. These adjustments keep the USB controller active while the system is running, which helps ensure that input devices respond instantly rather than waiting for the controller to exit a low-power state. This change is generally safe for desktop systems. Laptop users may notice slightly increased battery usage. Step 5. Configure interrupt priority with MSI utility v3. The final step addresses how hardware interrupts are delivered to the CPU. By default, many devices use a legacy interrupt method that shares interrupt lines between multiple devices. This can increase latency because the CPU must check which device triggered the interrupt. Modern hardware supports message-signaled interrupts, or MSI, which allows devices to send interrupts directly through the PCIe bus. This method is faster and avoids shared interrupt conflicts. To configure this, download MSI Utility v3 from Guru 3D. Run the program as administrator. It will list the devices currently using MSI mode. Look for your GPU first. If it isn't already enabled for MSI, check the MSI box next to it. Next, verify that the interrupt priority is set to high. You can also enable MSI mode for other devices that support it, such as NVMe controllers or network adapters. However, always confirm that the device is MSI capable before changing it. Do not force MSI on devices that don't support it. And if this step gives you any issues, just revert it. After making changes, restart the system so the new interrupt configuration takes effect. Proper MSI configuration can significantly improve how quickly hardware interrupts reach the CPU, which directly affects DPC latency.
DPC latency issues are rarely caused by one single setting. They're usually the result of multiple small behaviors happening at the same time: aggressive power saving, interrupt sharing, storage sleep states, and USB controller suspension. In this guide, we focused on stabilizing those behaviors by revealing hidden power plan controls, reducing aggressive CPU scaling and core parking, preventing unnecessary storage sleep transitions, disabling USB power throttling, and configuring modern interrupt delivery using MSI mode. None of these tweaks are extreme, and all of them are reversible if needed. The goal isn't to push your hardware harder, it's to make the system more consistent, which is exactly what real-time workloads depend on. If this guide helped you understand where system latency actually comes from, consider subscribing for more optimization breakdowns like this.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.